But first, as I said, many around the country are mourning the loss of former Miss USA, extra TV correspondent and lawyer Cheslie Kryst. Now, according to police, she jumped from the 29th floor of a high-rise building in New York City Sunday morning, and she was found dead at the scene. Now, a few hours before she died, Kryst posted this photo of herself on Instagram with the caption, as you can see, "May this day bring you rest and peace." She was just 30 years old. Now, Kryst won Miss USA back in 2019 while representing the great state of North Carolina, and she placed top 10 at Miss Universe. Now, the organization tweeted saying, "Cheslie Kryst, she was one of the brightest, warmest, and most kind people we have ever had the privilege of knowing. Our entire community mourns her loss." Now, her TV family over at Extra, they have released a statement saying that their hearts are broken, and they said, quote, "Cheslie was not just a vital part of our show. She was a beloved part of our Extra family and touched the entire staff." Now, Kryst was also on The Morning Hype earlier this month when she joined Michelle Fisher for an entertainment segment. You can see her light just shining through the TV screen right there. Now, we are sending our condolences to her family. And according to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, suicide is the 10th leading cause of death right here in the United States. So there's a lot to discuss there, as suicide rates have been going up for the last couple of years, involving the pandemic, just a lot going on. And we now want to bring in Dr. Dawn Brown, a mental health advocate, to discuss this such a layered topic that affects so many people. Thank you for joining us this Monday morning. How are you, Ms. Dawn?
I'm well, thank you so much. Thanks for having me back, Jimmy.
Of course. So let's just go ahead and expand on the thought, first of all, that suicide has no race, no face, no social status, no economic status. It can really it is a decision that, can come up within anyone. So first of all, how do we address suicidal thoughts when we have them?
Well, we have to meet people where they are. The interesting thing is that we all have mental health. And so there's poor mental health fair and also good mental health, but we all don't necessarily have mental illnesses. What's interesting is that over 54% of people with mental illnesses actually do not attempt or complete suicide. So we're talking about other factors that are involved here. It's a very complex event.
Following this tragic news, actress Natasha Rothwell tweeted, "Check on your strong friends. Quiet, happy, creative friends. Check on each other." This is such a huge thought. So what are some ways that we can check in on someone who seems to be in a dark place without making them feel uncomfortable, without pointing them out and quote unquote making them feel seen? This is very important.
It is. We want to normalize life situations, maybe use ourselves as an example. Hey, I understand this is a tough situation that you may be going through, and I'm actually going through the same thing. So I'm wondering how we can help each other through this experience. Listening also, I have to go back to that. We often don't listen. And so it's important just to sit there and listen to someone and validate what they're experiencing, not necessarily creating this toxic issue that you're actually having the answers for them, but actually listening to what they're saying, and also encouraging them to get help. Maybe go with them to get help. That is a solution that you can offer to them, is actually, hey, I'm here for you. I'm here to help you guide through this experience. And let's go ahead and make this appointment together. Maybe we can both get help for this situation as well.
Yes. And honestly, everyone should have, maybe a mental health checkup buddy, because this is not a vacuum where someone is going to have an issue and another person won't. It can literally touch any of us given our life circumstances and the ability, the bandwidth that we have to kind of care for ourselves. Folks, if you or anyone you know is struggling with thoughts of suicide or is just having a hard time in general, first of all, call and talk to them, and then have them call the Suicide 24-hour hotline. And that number is on your screen. Take a picture, take a screen grab, whatever you got to do, jot it down for yourself or someone else and use it. The number is 1-800-273-TALK or 1-800-273-8255. You're not alone.